Tim Mack up first for the USA.
Yeah, Tim's really got to get to grips with this game right from the off. He's got to bury the first ball right in the pocket and carry 10. He needs a confidence boost.
And that is the confidence boost he was looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. High five from Chris Barnes. What a great looking shot that was. And let's hope that gets Tim going.
That gets Barnes. Next up for the USA is Osku Palermaa. Bowled an open frame in the Baker match first up. Much better this time first up though from Osku Palermaa.
So that's a strike for each captain, which brings up lead-off number 2. Chris Barnes will now lead for USA. And next
concentrated look on the face of Chris Barnes. Desperate to do well after a poor showing in session 1. And he only takes away 6 there.
Yeah, he's not very happy with that shot, but the man that's really going to be unhappy is Captain Tim Mack. Has got to spare it. It's just 3, 6, 9, 10. But Chris has left.
Part of it, you can't make up for your own errors, can you? And he's made it.
What a lucky shot that was. Wasn't the ideal place to put the ball, but he's got some pin action, and that's a great spare. Very, very valuable to Team USA. Kept them clean. Just comes fractionally high, but gets that 6 pin away.
And look at the reaction of Chris Barnes there. Delighted, and his captain got him out of trouble there.
Yeah, saved an open frame, that did. Don Barrett working on a strike from Osku. Can he make it 2 in a row?
Yes, he can.
Why not? Absolutely great looking shot. Don Barrett is playing the right-hand side of this lane. He's moved across. Let's see the other guys are playing from the left. Pushing the ball out to the right. Dom is playing straight down the right-hand side, and he's almost got the lane to himself out there. Fantastic reaction.
He is the in-form man of the early sessions here at Weber Cup 11. Without question, Don Barrett has all the support as well.
Yeah, #1 ranked player in Europe this year, leading the ranking tour.
And that's better from Chris Barnes.
Well, Chris Barnes has got on Don Barrett's line. He's got right out there on the right-hand side as well. So obviously they're watching one another. They're struggling a little bit with the lane. They're going to look at the top player, which is Don Barrett, and just see where he's playing and hopefully follow him. Look at these two. It's like line dancing, isn't it? You go left, I go right. Put your right arm in. No left arm out. It's all tactics.
Now Palermaa working on a double here for Team Europe. Makes the pocket, and it is 3 in a row. Welcome back to the doubles match between Palermaa and Barrett and Mack and Barnes here at the partycasino.com Weber Cup 11 at the Metrodome in Barnsley. Tim Mack then. 4. Leaves 3 up. Spare than leaves the Tim Mack with.
When you're under pressure, no spare is straightforward. Gently does it and takes the spare away.
Straightforward enough there for Chris Barnes.
Yeah, he slowed things down and just kept it straight. Didn't look for anything. Pete Webber, TJ looking on. A group of supporters in the crowd as well. Flying the stars and stripes up in the bleachers.
He's done it again. Perfect game so far for Palermaa and Barrett. 2 strikes each, 4 in a row for Team Europe.
Europe's #1 and #3 ranked player just at this particular time. Dominic's ranked 1, Osku's ranked 3. And the #2 man is Mika Koivuniemen, who's also on the European side. So you've really got the cream of Europe playing in this tournament. Tim Mack looking for 10 and making it. What a fantastic shot that was. Well done, Tim.
It's the response they were looking for, Team USA. Certainly the start they were looking for in this first doubles match of partycasino.com Weber Cup 11. 5 in a row, Team Europe. This is sensational stuff, Cass.
This is fantastic bowling from the 2 top players in Europe, and Chris Barnes didn't look over happy as he stood up to take his next shot. These two are at 5 strikes in a row at the halfway stage. Barnes looking for the double. High through the head pin. Go ball. Oh dear, oh dear. He leaves the 4-9 split, the 4 pin toppled over, and actually when it falls, it often takes that 9 pin away. That's why I was calling for it. Fortunately, it didn't go. It's left the 9 pin on its own. That can only be a spare. That's the 4 pin just heading for the 9 pin. Up for the spare. Pretty straightforward. Strike spare, strike spare, strike spare for Team USA. That is not good enough. It's clean, but it's not good. They need to string strikes together.
Especially when you're up against the team and have just bowled 5 straight strikes.
Well, this game could all be over very, very soon.
Quick shot there of the USA supporters looking very glum. Can he make it 6? No! Oh! Thought for a second, you know, the 10 pin was just going to go down, but chance of a perfect.
Hard and fast, single-handed. Look out that 10 pin. Oh. Well, that's how much power he puts into it, doesn't he? Gives himself a slap on the back.
It's a chink in this doubles match for Team Europe. They need to keep striking here, the USA. No, it was never going to be that from Chris Barnes.
No, their consistency's gone. They're just not making the strikes. They both look rather confused, don't they? Chris especially. He's got something to say about the approach as well, but the damage is being done out. That's good enough, but spares aren't good. That's the USA contingent. That's Pete Weber, TJ not looking quite so happy.
Yes, he can.
Well, it seems all too easy, doesn't it, for the Europeans?
You have to fasten the roof down, though, in here if he does get a 300, Don Barrett. Got pretty loud in session 1 when he hit 8 in a row, and Chris Barnes responds with a strike of his own.
They need to change the ball. They can either move their feet to the left, change the angle of attack, or change the ball, and also change the speed. All these things matter. But not when you're Osku Palermaa, who's just blasting his way down that lane, ripping 10 pins. Osku loves it. Mika loves it. And send a high five for Dom as well.
279 maximum for Europe. USA working on 228, but it's looking like a 6-2 lead for Europe.
Tim's going to have to take his team away and regroup. They're going to have a serious parlay if they're going to make any inroads on this lead that Team Europe will have.
To double for Team USA, born out of anger more than anything from Tim Mack.
I'm afraid it's just a little bit too late. 228 is the maximum score they can make. Team Europe still pacing 279. He's playing the right-hand side of the lane. Not very much effort in at all. It's almost like taking practice bowling, and he's let that one slip, unfortunately. Speed was down. He wasn't quite right position on the lane. It's left the 3 and the 10 pin, which Osku surprisingly thinks, oh, I've got to get up and spare that, haven't I? It's the backup ball. How about that? And that was a wasted shot. It was a TV trick shot, which didn't work. He's not going to care too much because, unfortunately, for him, the game is over. I don't think the Team USA boys would appreciate that.
No, I was going to say that. That's not going to go down too well, is it, if Team Europe starts showboating?
No, absolutely not. You can tell by the look on Chris's face. He knows the game's over, but to do that on TV against 2 of the top players in the world, him and Tim Mack, not the ideal thing. Chris working on a strike.
And gets it.
And that makes 3 in a row for Team USA. Coming good at the end. Chris strikes, so Tim has to get up, take the next shot. If he strikes, then Chris will finish off. Team USA supporters not looking so happy. Definitely a bit on the glum side there, isn't he? The stars and stripes are slightly crooked as well.
Doubles, it means they could only go into the 3rd session at the most level. And a shake of the head from Tim Mack sums it up. Just 8 scored there.
Well, they made 200. They've gone through the 200 barrier. Spare here will be for 216. Couldn't string strikes together. That's the spare. 216 is the final score. Not good enough, I'm afraid, from Team USA. And they're going to have to regroup.
Comfortably here. And Don Barrett leaves up the 10.
Which gives Osku Palermaa the chance to shoot a rocket from the pocket. This is likely to go at 1,000 miles an hour. Knowing Osku, he likes to finish on a little party piece. Single-handed. No, it's double-handed. And he's doing it again, which I don't like to see. He's made the spare. He's made a right-handed double shot into a left-handed hook.
Just to finish off. Leaves 2 up, but no matter. It is another comfortable victory for Team Europe. Cries of Europe, Europe all around the Metrodome here. And it is a 6-2 lead now for Team Europe. 231-216. It was never in doubt after the start that Palermaa and Barrett made with 5 straight strikes. But it is